Hi Flosstube, I'm Amy. I love toads and cross stitch. Today we're going to talk about cross stitch. It is Flosstube 103. It is the 24th of February 2024. I did my last video January 24th because I remember the WIPCO numbers were going to be drawn the next day. So I thought I'd come on here. I have a lot to show, and WIPCO numbers are going to be drawn tomorrow. I worked on both my WIPCO calls. I'll be showing you those, and I have a little bit of everything. I have a finish, a fully finish. The turtle's in here. You might be able to hear her. I have whips. I have a UFO. I have a start. I have haul and kindness. Okay, let me start with my fully finished. So I finished my grandson's stocking. It's by Stony Creek. I lightened the letters. They're still green. I just used a lighter green, and I changed out this pillow to green and his hat to green. These that fringe right there is called the turkey stitch, and I did it. It was fun. It was not as hard as I thought it was going to be. And here is its finish. So you can see the cute little turkey stitch. It's got a little fringe down there. This is on 28 count, 2/2, because I wanted it to be as big as I could get it, because we're going to be probably stuffing some toys in there this Christmas, little tiny toys. Probably when Asher is, I don't know, 7, 8 years old, and he's actually into something, you know, like into cars, into dinosaurs, into sharks like my son was, I'll make him a different stocking, and we'll just put this one in my hope chest where I save all my sentimental stuff. But for now, this is his stocking. Oh, and I put this fabric on the back, and I lined it with just a white. Oh yeah, you turned out I love it. Turned out great. My sewing job is not great, but it's done, and it'll be hanging up for Christmas. So that's my FFO. You see Miha, you might be able to see her ears. She's right here, looking out the window. She might be barking here soon. Luna is on the floor. Okay, so my FO is also one for Asher, and it is Dragon with a Book. Got this from Etsy, and I have not put in his details, so I'm making this as like a birth sampler record, and I haven't put in his name, his weight, all that. I probably won't show it when I do that. This is a 28 count. Is it Atomic Ranch? No, what is it? I know it's Weathered Stone. Hold on. It's 2/2 because it does have some blends. And the back stitching had times where you stitched it with 1 thread or stitched it with 2 threads. It is Atomic Ranch, Weathered Stone. So the back stitching was kind of a dimensional too, because you did it with 1 or 2 threads. But I think he turned out great. I'm not sure yet where I'm putting his name. I don't know if I'm putting it here or here. I don't know. It'll be small. But, so that's a finish. Put him right there. And now what? Now what? Okay, I'm going to show you my full coverage. This is full coverage February. I only worked on one, but I worked on it a lot. And I'll put in before pictures if I have them. And I feel like I have a picture of this one from last week or last video. It may have been in the Q-Snap though, but we'll see. So this is the Favorite by Heaven and Earth. I'll put in a better picture too. Let me think. Artist is Omar Rayan. This is a painting that reminds me of our dog Nellie that passed away in December because she was mean as a little snake. Mean, mean, mean. She had some trauma. We got her as a rescue. And so I only worked on this. And I just want to finish it. I feel like I just want to finish it. So this may be my only full coverage that I'm working on until I finish it. So let me pull back. I'll put a before over my face. And we were at the thrift store the other day and I found a frame. So I got this frame for like $2 and I think it's gonna go really well. So let me stand up and show you. So if I just, she fits perfect in there from what I've stitched so far. So if I just bring her down like to here, yeah. I think she'll look really good in this. That'd be great. Yeah, so I'm like motivated to stitch it because we lost Nellie and now I found a frame for it. And so I'm just wanting to concentrate on this one. And I pulled it out of the Q-Snap, especially for you all. Oh. This needle minder, she's new. Colette sent that to me for my birthday. My birthday's tomorrow. So that is one of my kindnesses. I love her. So I get to stare at her too while I'm stitching. Okay, so we're done that. We did that. I'm gonna pause and grab my whips and pull them over a little bit. So I'll be right back. Okay, here we go. I hope y'all can see my start of my sampler wall. I need to find a new frame for this one. I want to find a dark frame, or I'll take that out and like spray paint that brown. Okay, my new start. So Helen D, hello Helen. She mentioned starting something from Market from last year. And I can't remember. She's using a hashtag of some sort. I don't remember what it is. So I actually had to go on my video from last year and see what I bought. And there were 2 choices because I already stitched one. That was my Stacy Nash, not pen keep, not scissor fob. Words. Needlebook. It was a little bunny rabbit with a carrot. It was shaped like a parsnip. It was the Stacy Nat. Yeah, that was from last Market and I stitched it. So, and I usually only buy 3 things from Market. So this is another thing that I bought last year. It's from Plum Street and it's Tortoise Tower. And I am stitching this on 28 count over 1. So 1 over 1. I want it really tiny because my phone case is clear and I want to stick it in the back of my phone case. So display it. This will be on the back of my phone. You know, we'll see how it works. If it doesn't work, I'll turn it into like a little ornament or something. So this is also Weathered Stone by Atomic Ranch. I love it. And I changed the color of the tortoise to match my tortoise. So Hers are blue. This is the color of my tortoise. I have a sulcata. She's staring at me right now. She will probably be going outside as soon as I finish this video. I need to take a drink. So it is 1/1 on 28 count. And it's so cute. So this is get it done before Newmarket stuff comes. I don't know what the hashtag was, Helen. I'm sorry. Oh. It was between this and another one. And I did, it was the little possum that's hanging upside down. Is it a possum? Yeah, the possum that's hanging upside down. And it says, I love my cat. But that called for all overdyes. And I didn't want to like search for the overdyes. It didn't give a DMC conversion. So I was like, oh, well, there's a DMC conversion here. This will be the easy one to do. So I actually started this during the Super Bowl. I watched the Super Bowl. And so I have not gotten really far. But it's okay. I'm hoping to work on that a little every week until it gets done, and it will go into my phone case. So won't that be cute? If that happens, it'll be cute. Okay, let me just tell you that the things I worked on a lot of stuff for like one day. So you're only going to see a tiny bit of progress on some of these, but I figured I'd want to show you. I just would show you anyway because I love seeing everything. I mean, and that's why I like whip parades so much, because they show just everything no matter what. So why not just show it, right? So this is a design works called Woodland Castle. I started this with Beth, the Steadfast Stitcher. Let's see, where am I? I'm in this corner. And I worked on this for one day. I try to work on this one day a month, like in the beginning of the month. I'm stitching it on the Ada that came with it and using the floss that came with it. I'm trying to think who I've Pages and Stitches. And I still don't know what her name is. I think it might be Kelly? Megan? Oh, crap. Anyway, I will link her below. She finished this, and that's where I saw it and fell in love with it. So I'm going to hold it back, and I'll put in a before picture so you can kind of see where I got to. I feel like I didn't get much this time. It's just really, I don't know if you call it confetti, but there's like little bits here, little bits here, a little bit. It's just all over the place. And a lot of color changes and a lot of back stitch. And I don't know if I even did any back stitch this time. I am going to back stitch as I go, because I feel like the back stitching would be so overwhelming at the end if I finished this and didn't have any back stitch done, that I would never do it. So I'll be doing that as I go. So I'll be working on this probably next week, when the beginning of March happens. Got this in my cute little science bag that my girlfriend Becky made me. Okay, worked on this for one day. See, like one day. I think the turtles I worked on for 2 days. This is my Fancy Lady that I'm doing. I stitch with the Fancy Lady group put on by Pam, Stitching in the Land of Good Enough. She also owns Stitch New England, the brick and mortar shop. So I got into her little dress, her clothes. So you'll see another color on here. This is 28 count Vintage Country Mocha, because I'm doing it it's 32 count. 32 count Vintage Country Mocha. I think it's 2/2, but I'm doing the face 1/1, and then the background is 1/2. There is a string hanging because I stopped mid-stitch in her face. So you'll have to ignore that. But so I'm going to hold it up first. You'll see my string hanging from her face. I may have worked a little bit on her hair too, but it was mostly her clothes. Mostly, yeah. I might need a board. I might have a board. Hold on. Let me see if I can get a board. Y'all might be able to see it better. Is that better? Maybe, I don't know. So, yeah, I'll put in the before, so you'll see where I worked on her clothes. I think I did that thing in her hair too. Yeah. So she's gonna be a project that takes me a really long time, but I enjoy working on her. I'm gonna enjoy having the finished product of her. And it's fun to be on the Zoom and just listen to everybody chatting. I mean, I throw in a word or two here and there, but mostly I just love to hear them chatting. You know, you just feel like you're with your people, your stitching people. So. Okay, this one I only worked on for one day. Hold on. This is Garden Sampler by Carriage House. And I finished out the ivy. I'm stitching this on R&R 36 count Beach Brew. I'm doing it 1/2. So I just finished out this ivy right here. And that's it. So I'll put a before in. Let me put this board down. It's kind of awkward. So I was thinking if I did a letter a month, it would eventually get done. So for Ivy was for February. So let me see the picture. I think the J is a jackrabbit. Yeah. So I'll come over here and I'll do this rabbit and the J for March. And then eventually I'll get down here and I can do like a little bit of grass and a letter and a little bit of grass. Okay, this was one of my WIPGO calls. It is Cottage Garden Samplings, Simplicity. I'm stitching this with Lisa. And I changed out that house for a toad. It's actually a frog, but I'm calling it a toad. So I used this book right here, 65 Frogs. It is a leaflet, like a, you know, and there's like a bullfrog right here. And I stuck him on that flower. A couple people asked me where I got the toad from, and so I wanted to show that book. This is on Vintage Country Mocha 40 count 1/2. And for my WIPGO, I concentrated on this daisy flower right here. So when you see the before, you'll notice that there's a lot of that daisy. I don't know if did I have any of that daisy before I started? I don't remember if I did all that in February or not. So, but he's going away for a little while. Oh, it goes in this one. I did change out the white. The white was called for 712 and I'm using a Blanc, I think. Because the 712 wasn't showing up on my fabric. Okay, this is my other Whipco call. So we get 2 numbers for Whipco in a month, and that was one and this is the other. This is The Woods Behind My House by Kohler Design Studio. And I wanted to get up in this nest and start this nest. There's a feather right there, so I stitched that feather and I worked on the nest. This is Sand by Picture This Plus. It is 36 count. It is stitched 1/2. There is 1 blend, and where there is a blend, I have thread in my hair. Where there is the blend, I'm doing it 2/2. And you can't tell that it's thicker or anything. You okay, BB? Okay, so here it is, and I'll pull back in a minute. You see the eggs starting to come out and the nest, and there's no back stitch there yet. So I'll put the before over my face. Oh, I think I finished out that butterfly too. The bottom right butterfly. So this one's going away for a little while, but I think it's on my Whipco board another time. And I love that one. Okay, worked on this one for 1 day. Now my Whipco ones I worked on for more than 1 day. But I just had an itching to pull this out because I saw a picture online of an Atlas moth and I was like, oh, I want to stitch on my moth. This is BR's Moth by Kathy Barrick. I did change the colors. And I'm stitching this on an R&R 36 count. Yep, 36 count Creek Bed Brown. And I worked more up in this wing right here. Oh, looks so good when I see it on the screen. She will be beautiful hung with my other moths and butterflies. So beautiful. So I had to pull her out. Okay. Oh, I worked on this one for 1 day because it was Festive Friday for me, and which was made up by Janet Jabber. So this is more like a winter piece than a Christmas piece, but it's okay. It's a Dimensions kit. It's a gold collection called A Kiss for Snowman, and I'm using everything, the kit, fabric, and floss. And let me get my threads out of the way. And I worked on the background. So when you see the before, you'll be able to tell that I worked on the background. The background is not done yet. There's still like a big old white patch right here. This is where his hat's gonna be. But like this background and some background right there is not done. Can y'all see my Miha? Hi, baby girl. What is mommy doing? Mommy's crazy, hey? Yeah. Okay, I worked on this for one day. Because I finished Asher's stocking, I went ahead and pulled my husband's stocking out. And it is a Dimensions, what's it called? Santa's truck stocking. Now I had started this before we knew Asher was coming. I had stitched this line right here. I changed the colors to brown and white instead of red and white. And then we found out that my daughter was expecting, and I was like, I have to make a baby stocking. So this went away and I stitched his stocking, and so now I pulled this out. Now I have another stocking that's getting ready to be started, so I'll probably put my husband's away again for a little while. Mostly because all the kids, so my kids and their partners get gift cards in their stocking. And my husband doesn't, we don't put anything in his stocking. So he really doesn't need one. His is just for looks, where the kids are actually functional. Like I need a stocking up there for them. So, but I did work on his. All that to say, I did work on his for a day. It's all the kit stuff, Kit Ada, Kit Floss, except I did change out this brown to an overdyed, and I think I still have it in here because I'll probably use it on some other things. Let me see. Yeah. And then I pulled this green that my girlfriend Becky gave me because I'll probably do my husband's name in this green. So I put that in the bag too. Now I'm about 98% sure that I'm going to change the color of the truck. I'm probably going to change the color of the truck to a gray, black, blue. I don't know. I don't know, and I have a while to figure it out. So a lot of half stitches here, and then I started on one package. But I stitched on that for just one Sunday. You might be able to hear Squirt eating her lettuce over there. Her lettuce and her dandelions. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely take her out in a minute. Okay, I don't know how many days I worked on this, but I know I worked on it. This is my sampler, Eliza Bell Cox, 1832. I'm cutting it off, so I'm not doing this down to there, this down to there. And I don't know if I have room to do this or this. I worked on this tree trunk, and I know I finished out this side of the words and started on this side of the words. What is this? What is this? Hold on. This is a 40 count. It's an R&R, and it is called Espresso. So the words are 1/1, and then everything, well, his eye and his beak are 1/1 too, but then everything else is 1/2. See how much border I have? I don't know that I have enough border to do. I might have enough border to do flowers over here, but I don't know about over here. So I'll pull it back and put the before over my face. Okay, last one. I think I only worked on this one for a day, maybe 2 days. I don't know. Okay, this is Humming of the Bees by Blackbird Designs. It's going up in my brick house collection. I started at the bottom because I didn't like the alphabet, thought I was going to take it out, but now I think I'm going to put a verse or a couple words from a song up there. I'm using all the called for. And what is this? I don't know what this is. What is this? Oh, wait, yes, I do. I think this is Fawn, but I pictured this plus, and it's a 36 count. And let me move my needle reminder. Hold on. Okay. So, brick. We got brick, a tiny bit of mortar. There's like two shades of a color, two different shades of colors in the mortar to give it kind of a dirty old look. There's also two shades of green in these like little vine things and two shades green in these little flower or leaf things. You can't tell. They look like they are the same exact color when you put it on there. And I'm okay with that. It's whatever. Okay, so that is it maybe for my what I've worked on. I have stuff that was given to me and I have stuff that I have purchased. So I'm gonna pause you for a minute, get resettled and show you all that. Okay, I do have a UFO. Y'all are gonna be a little bit surprised, a little bit shocked, a little bit confused. But I UFO'd this. I hated the fabric. I was not stitching on that fabric anymore. I dreaded it. So I finished January's block or January's section, the little bird, the birdhouse over here. And February came and I was like, I don't want to work on that. I absolutely do not want to pull that out and stitch on that fabric. And that's why I pulled out the garden sampler and finished the ivy, because I wanted to work on something I could finish once a month. And I already had that going. And I love stitching on that fabric. It's R&R. So I UFO'd that and I stuck it in my stitching journal. So this is my stitching journal. This is filled with things that I have stitched that are just small. Let me show you, like, here's some small that I just don't know what to do with. So I stuck it in here. Hold on, I'm gonna show it to you if I can get to it. Okay, here she is. I just cut it in half and stitched it together and put in my journal what I had already stitched. I know, it's so cute. It is so cute. But there was no way I was doing that once a month. I'm not stitching on that nasty fabric. So, yeah, it was sad, but it was like a weight off my shoulders at the same time. So, anyway, okay. What I purchased another thing of Fawn, 36 count. Color and Cotton had a, so this, what is this? Fawn is, picture this plus, and I got it from Kitten Stitcher because she got a bunch of, I think, PTP fabric in, and I went over there to see if she has Fawn because I really love this. I really love this color. Okay, and then Color and Cotton was doing like a pre-order month thing, and this is called Boardwalk, and I got 36 count of it. Are you noticing a theme? Like I love this very light, dull, brown, beige color. Okay, so I got those two pieces of fabric. Then I was watching the Sunshine Stitchers. That is EJ and Shelia. And EJ held up this. She's working on this. And I was like, I've got to have that. I've got to have that. And I actually even paused their video and ran over, not ran, I didn't run. My husband always says that, says, you're going to run, you ought to take the car. Anyway, I went on my iPad and I went over to 123 Stitch and I put this on my wish list. And then when their video was over, I went and like, I just went and bought it. So it's a saying, or I don't know if it's a quote or part of a song, but Jimi Hendrix said it. The power of love. And I love this so much. So I was thinking about starting this for my birthday tomorrow. I was thinking about starting a lot of things for my birthday tomorrow, but I don't know if I'm in the mood to start anything. So we'll see. So I also got one of the fancy flosses to stitch with it. It calls for this, so I got one of those. And no pattern can travel alone, so I went ahead and picked up the Moths, the tiny modernist Moths and the Moon. Yep, I love that. So, I don't know. You know, like that would look really good on that. We'll see. We'll see. I was talking to Leah Noel, my friend. She's Rhubarb Patch Studios on here. I'll link her below. And she wanted to know if I was going to do a new start for my birthday. And I was like, I don't know. I kind of don't feel like starting anything, but I feel like I need to start something because it's my birthday. So we'll see. Okay, then what else did I get? Oh, I went to my L&S, which is an hour away. My husband drove me there yesterday. And I went to pick up this pattern, and I'm going to take it out of the plastic for you. It's a Symphony of Friendship by Cottage Garden Samplings, and Colette and I are starting this on the 29th. I think we're gonna have like a little virtual Zoom thing together, and we're gonna start this. Isn't that gorgeous? Yep, I cannot wait to stitch those. I'm not looking forward to stitching that big tree, but those birds. And I don't think I'm gonna mind stitching the leaves either, but the trunk of that tree, wow. Okay, so I got this fabric for it. It's a Seraphim Dusty Road. Should I pull it out? Let's pull it out. Why not? We're here to see linen and cross stitch stuff, so we're gonna pull it out. Yeah, I mean, most of it will be covered, so it'll be fine. Yeah, and it's 36 count, and then I got just the floss, the overdyed flosses. The DMC I didn't get because I have a master set of DMC, so I don't need all that. Okay, let me put this back, or not only will it be a hot mess, I'll be a hot mess. Okay, then I'm trying to pick out the easiest stuff to show you first. Okay, I got this. I was in the shop. You can't just go in an L&S and pick something up that they have on hold for you. You have to like look around. You have to. I was like, babe, I have to look around. Like, you sit out in the car, play on your phone. I can't just go in there and pick something up. So I looked around and I saw this. It's Gone Batty by Quaint Rose Needle Arts. I have another pattern of hers. That Nature Sampler. Ooh, I could start that for my birthday. Oh my God. I don't need to be buying anything else. I have so much I want to start. So, isn't that cute? Y'all know I love bats. Okay. Then, daggone it, if Lola Crow announced a new stitch along. And I really don't like mystery stuff. Like I want to know what it looks like because I'm really picky. And I've seen Lola Crow's library mystery sow and then her greenhouse mystery sow. Well, this one is an ocean or an aquarium or something. And I want to do it. Am I going to regret it? I'm going to have to UFO it. After I start, we'll just stick it in the book, right? I've got to do it. We are all about the weird aquarium creature. Like we love sharks, anglerfish, squids, I don't know, we're just all about the underwater. My son's just big into underwater. So like our bus is named Jaws. I could make this into a pillow and put it in Jaws. So I had to get some fabric for it and I don't even know. So I got some blue fabric because I just assumed it's going to be underwater, right? This is Atomic Ranch Phantom. So I just got a 36 count, a big cut, a 36 count for this sow I know nothing about and I have no business stitching. So whatever, right? It's just cross stitch. You only live once, just do it. Just do it. Right? Okay. Now I just have Stitchy Kindness. That was all my haul. I know that was a lot. And Market's coming, right? I'm only going to buy three things from Market. Although I want about 7 things, but I'm only going to let myself buy 3. And then later when I start finishing stuff, I'll let myself buy more stuff. Okay. So I won this from Vikki at Stitch and Button. She was doing some giveaways on her channel and like wildflowers. Yeah. And then my girlfriend, Becky, who doesn't have a Flosstube, but goes with me to StitchCon and retreats and stuff. She gave me this. I've stitched half of this before for my mom, but I want to stitch it for me, and Becky's going to stitch it. So one day we're going to start this. And then, so Colette sent me a birthday gift. She sent me a card and she sent me the needle minder of the turtle. And then she sent me these cute scissors. They have dragonflies on them. That's for my birthday. And Natalie sent me a birthday gift. The things in it weren't Stitchy related, but I do have to show you this card. And I think this is a full coverage, no background on Heaven and Earth that I've been eyeballing and need to put in my wish list because I would love to stitch him. He's adorable. Adorable. Okay, and then she also sent me this card. It's like a little postcard. So I had to show you that. Okay, is that all my stitchy stuff? Oh no. Oh, you know what? I got another piece of haul. And it's over there, so hold on. I wore this yesterday, so I couldn't wear it today. So it's in the laundry. I got this awesome shirt. Floss Daily. I love it. It's so comfy. From Athena, Stitching Goddess Designs. And I'll put her channel down in the description. I think she just posts on her Instagram. She might have a Facebook. I think she does have a Facebook page. So Athena, Stitching Goddess Designs. Yeah, so I got that too. So comfy. I wore it yesterday though, so it needs to go in the laundry. Is that it? Let me look at my book. Oh, I was going to show you guys the one I'm stitching for the stocking that I'm going to stitch for my son's girlfriend, Hannah. I bought this a month or 2 ago, maybe. So I got the fabric out and I serged it with white so you can't see it, but it's all serged and ready to go with the flosses. And I'm just trying to figure out where in the world to start. And you know, I want to change that Santa suit. I want to make that suit green or blue. But will it look as good? No, really, I'm asking that question. Do you think it'll look as good? Like, I don't know. Or I could just start with her name and then stitch that bird and then start working my way down. So I don't, if I start in the middle, I have to start with his suit, and I'm not ready to figure out what color I want to stitch that Santa suit. So yeah, maybe I'll start with her name first and that bird, and then figure it out once I get to his head and his hat. So we'll be starting at the top. Tomorrow is Sunday, and I stitch my stockings on Sundays, but tomorrow's also my birthday. So I think I'm just gonna take a break and do some birthday stitching. Either stitch on my bat. That's what Leah Noel recommended I do. She's like, just stitch on your bat. I was like, that is a great idea. My, I don't have him out. Oh, what's his name? Mr. Von Baron Bat. He's a needle book. And I've been wanting to stitch more needle books. So I could just stitch on him. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll stitch on my bat for a little while, and then I'll do one teeny tiny, like maybe start this teeny tiny in the corner, and so it'll be started and we'll be good. Okay, and I think that's it. We did good. We did it. Okay, I love you guys. I will see you in March, probably around the 24th again. And I'm so excited about WIPGO numbers tomorrow. Okay, love you guys.